Good evening, good afternoon, good morning, everyone, wherever you are listening to me. Welcome to another episode of Wealth Building Conference. And I want to thank everyone for joining. It's been a month right now that we started this amazing program. The goal is to just one thing to educate advisors, especially those that are in sales, on the strategies to close high ticket offer. Again, we also have programs on Saturday again where we also help medical professionals and business owners on how to build wealth, how to optimize taxes, and also while leveraging on their retained earnings and their corporation. So that's just the main goal. So as you are joining, I want you to please make sure you type your name, all right, and where you are joining from. Okay, type your name and where you're joining from. I also want to share this link to friends, families, especially for those that are in sales to join us in this amazing training. So because of course it's free, right? So we are not charging money for this, but we just want to make sure that we educate ourselves on how to position ourselves in such a way that we attract high ticket offer. So once again, welcome back. My name is Oludare Fasola. In case you don't know me, I am a business owner. I'm also a mentor, a coach. I train people, I mentor people on how to scale, how to start business, how to also be an entrepreneur, right? So it's my pleasure to have you once again here today. Welcome back. So we're going to go into the presentations. Today training is another important aspect that is going to blow your mind. Honestly speaking, is going to blow your mind because one thing I realize in sales is that if you don't know and understand the strategies for closing, like how to attract quality high ticket offer, and how to close, how to work on client emotions, how to talk to clients in such a way that they will listen to you, how to position yourself that will make client to look for you. You will be that person that every client want to talk to, right? You will still be struggling. All right. And in my experience, I've seen a lot of people, all right, give up their license because they could not attract quality offer. They could not sell. They get licensed and they are struggling. And what is missing is just mentorship and the system. And that is what we are trying to show you today, that you don't just need a license, you need a system, you need strategies, you need a guidance in order for you to scale, right? Welcome back. As you are joining once again, please type your name and where you are joining from. Please share this link with anybody you know, whether in real estate, whether in mortgage, a coach, digital business, life insurance, any form of sales. Please let them join, right? It's going to be an amazing session today. Thank you so much. Welcome back. Let me quickly pull up my screen, okay? So we're going to be talking today about another important topic, which I'm going to title okay. Right. So right. So our topic today is going to be the buyer's journey, selling to the subconscious. Buyer journeys, the buyer's journey, selling to the subconscious. Please help me to type the buyer's journey. The buyer's journey. Now, let me please emphasize is that every sales has a journey. Okay? Every sales has a journey. And it is very important to you for you as an agent, as a sales and high ticket offer, to understand each stage of your offer, of your sales, right? So you don't want to miss each stage of the sales. You want to make sure that you walk your client through all the stages. And the most important thing in sales is you understand the stages and what to say at every different stages of your presentations, or offer. If you don't know that, I am telling you, it's going to be very, very difficult for you to scale. And I want to repeat this again and again, that the reason why many people give up license is not because the business is tough. It is because they lack clarity. It is because they lack mentorship and they lack guidance. Everybody type clarity, mentorship, guidance. Clarity, mentorship, guidance. This is one thing that they lack. So if you have clarity, if you have right guidance, and you have right mentor, okay, I can tell you 90% of those people, they are 90%, they are extremely, extremely successful. So we're going to be looking at that today. So, and this is master the invisible triggers in life insurance, real estate, mortgage, and coaching sales. So I'm not going to just talk about insurance alone. I'm also going to use different examples for other industry. If you are in sales, if you are in real estate, if you are a life insurance agent, if you are selling mortgage, if you are selling coaches, we want to show you how to master each journey and to close successfully. Now, let's start. Now, let's look at what is subconscious selling. Subconscious selling targets psychological triggers that drive purchases. Now, if you are, and I want to ask this question: how many of us, for some reasons, you have buy something that you, at the end of the day, you feel that you don't need it? If you agree, say yes. If you don't agree, say no. How many of us have been in, you just go to a store and for some reasons you buy something that you now realize, oh, I don't think I need this. It is psychological triggers that sometimes emotions make us to buy some things that we don't need. And it is because of the way they present the offer to you. Right? So this is one thing that you should know as a sales agent. And it doesn't really matter what type of sales you are selling. Like what, it doesn't matter what you are selling. You must understand that subconscious sellings target psychological triggers that drive purchases. It is the psychological triggers that usually drive purchases. Now, with buying decisions being primarily emotional, understanding this hidden mental stage is crucial for sales. So, if you don't understand all these triggers, you can't close, especially high ticket offer. You can't, right? If you don't master all these emotional triggers, you cannot scale. You cannot attract high quality offer, right? Clients buy because of three things. Number one, you. Two, emotion. Three, trust. Those are the three reasons why a client will buy anything whatsoever from you, right? And if any of those three key things is missing, you can't close. You can't close. And I want to ask you this question. How many of us, for me, right, it has happened to me for, like, you sell a certain things and the client to come back and say, hey, no, this is not what I need. They said, I want to return it. Buyer's remorse. How many of us, if you agree, say I agree? It happens a lot of time because you don't balance those triggers, right? Probably you settle one aspect and you fail to settle the other aspect, and the client will be like, no, this is not for me, right? Now, let's look at why subconscious selling works, why it works. 95% emotional decisions, 95% of purchases happen subconsciously before logical analysis. If you agree, say I agree. If you are in a sales, right, before anybody can buy anything from you, right, the subconscious mind must first process it. Like, do I really need this thing? Okay, is this what I really need at this moment? Does it really worth it to buy it? It has happened to all these questions I'm asking you. It happens to you when you are buying anything, whether clothes, whether tangible or intangible product, right? It happens like, you begin to justify it. And 95% of purchases happen subconsciously before logical analysis. Now, emotional triggers are 7 times more powerful than logical reasons. If you agree, say I agree. The reason why anybody will buy something from you is because of some emotional feelings. Let me give you an example. For example, in life insurance, right? Anybody will buy insurance because of some feelings that, oh, if I didn't do this, my family is going to face these consequences at the end of the day. Or if I didn't put critical illness in place, if critical illness struck, right, it's going to wipe out my savings. And you begin to tell stories of people that fail to take action. You'll be like, oh, so if I didn't do this, this is going to happen to me. And this is just because of emotional feelings. Everybody type emotional. Emotional triggers are 7 times more powerful than logical reason. Before they now begin to justify, before they can begin to now logically, oh, this is very, like, this makes sense to me, right? At least the emotion must be there first. Like something must actually hit them. Say, look, if I didn't do this, or if I didn't put this thing in place, this is going to happen, right? How many of us, right? It's just like you have a family, right? And you fail to probably put up a life insurance in place. And life happened, and it's just like you put all your family into a mess. Risk. That's exactly how emotions work. What will happen to my wife? What will happen to my children? What will happen to all the debts that I'm owing? Does it mean I'm going to leave debt for them? These are emotional questions that it will be running in their mind before they now begin to say, I think this makes sense. 3, buyers progress through 3 to 5 subconscious stages before deciding. Now, before they decide to purchase anything, it's going to be 3 to 5 subconscious stages before they decide. And I'm going to walk you through those stages today, right? Because if you don't understand those stages, you are going to be leaving money on the table. It's going to be very, very difficult for you to close. Now, what is the buyer's journey? Let's look at the buyer's journey. Everybody type buyer's journey. Buyer's journey. Number 1, awareness. That is when a client begins to recognize a problem. There's going to be a problem, a gap, right? A gap. Oh, I need this thing. This is something that I really, really need. Now, curiosity. Solution exploration. This is when the client begin to explore different options before they now take decisions. Now, 3, trust. Advisor selections. The most this is something that we don't know, that before a client buy a product, they must first buy you. You must gain their trust. If they don't trust you, nobody will ever buy from you. It's just like you are dealing with a stranger. It's not possible, right? 3, 4, emotion. This is decision point. This is when they now say, oh, I need to take a decision, a decisive decision today. Action. This is the purchase commitment, right? This is when they now say, okay, I'm ready, let's go. And the last one is justification, which is logic confirmation. Logic confirmation. Let's look at it. The first phase, awareness. Everybody type awareness. Awareness begins when prospects recognize problem through triggers, discover vulnerabilities, and connect with relatable stories. In sales, right, you should be able, right, to connect the client needs with a certain story, especially for those of us who are in life insurance industry. If you agree, say I agree. Uh, how many of us believe that stories close like this? If you agree, say I agree. Because why? Clients will not take action if if you don't tell them, like, this happened to so person, fail to take action, and this happened to so person, take action, this is the result. They want to know. If they don't know, they will not take action. Problem recognition, like life event triggers protection concern. I'm going to give an example of this, right? If, as a family, right, you have children, you have wife, if life happens and you don't have a protection in place, what's going to happen to the family? I used to say this: anytime a breadwinner passes, bread eater starts struggling, right? That is a life trigger event. In case life happened to so person, in case life happened to you, this is what is going to happen to your family. You want to leave your family in vulnerability? You don't want to, you're so wicked, you don't want to take action. So at least they must recognize the need first. Like, okay, I need this particular thing, right? And you must establish reasons why they need it by telling a story. Now, need revelation. Client overlook security, equity, and growth vulnerability. So at this time, they pretend as if nothing's going to happen. How many of us have seen a client that you present to them and you show them everything and they be like, no, I'm going to think about it, or not at this moment, or I don't even believe in life insurance, or I no, my family, my parent did not do that for me, so I really don't care. How many of us how many of us have seen that before? If you have seen that, say yes. Because why? This is the time they pretend, like they just feel like, no, I don't need it. Even though you reveal everything to them, you tell them the story, they be like, don't worry. I've seen a client, right, that say, look, you know what? Because my parent did not do this for me, I don't care. Whatever that want to happen, let it happen. After all, I don't know, even if I pass. I'm using a life insurance as an example right now. Okay. And this is also happen to, if you, let's say, for example, you are selling real estate or you are selling mortgage. If you fail to take action when the market is good, you might not be able to regain that particular time, right? I remember when mortgage rate is at 1%, 2%, a lot of people delay, right? So look, I'm going to do that maybe when the market is a bit down. Before they know what is happening, the rate went to the roof, right? So these are the consequences of people that fail to take action when they're supposed to. Storytelling techniques. Other felt the same, normalize the so this is when you now feel, oh yes, I totally agree, I understand, but you know what, a lot of people feel the same way. But what they find out is that by the time they now realize that they need it, they can't get it anymore. It's unfortunate. So this is when you now come and tell them the story of somebody who failed to take action, overlook, and you need to let them know the consequences of that. Let's look at the second stage, right? Phase 2. Everybody type curiosity. Now, prospect gather information without commitment, become their trusted resource through education rather than sale pitches. So curiosity, this is when a client begin to feel like they've seen it right now. They know there's a gap. Okay, you have shown everything, but now they want to explore different options. They want to know what is going on out there. Like maybe you show them a certain product, they'll be like, no, I need to shop around to know what is happening. in the market, right? And at this point, your job is to make sure you make them comfortable by doing what? Prospect, explore option, receptive but uncommitted. At this point, you need to show them different options. If you're selling life insurance, show them different types of life insurance. Okay, show them term insurance, show them permanent insurance. Because why? They want to know different options, because if you show them different options, chances that they may not want to go out there to explore what is out there again. Now, discovery tools. Now, this is when you now begin to do discovery calls. So discovery call means that as a client is coming in, okay, you ask them probing question. Okay, why did you actually book this appointment? Why are we here today? What is your concern? How may I be of help? Don't jump into the presentation straight away, right? Ask them, at least ask little questions, probing questions, to uncover where you really want to focus on. Because this is the mistakes a lot of us make, right? We don't do a discovery call and we started talking, right? Client need A, you started talking B, right? How many of us have find, if it happened to you before, say I just type yes, right? Like you just jump into the presentation and you start presenting and the client be like, no, this is not what I need. And they now feel like, okay, let me tell you why I'm here today. So the first point of duty, you as a high ticket offer, is to establish the discovery call. Now, valued focus lead magnet. At this point, right, there are so many way to do this, right? When you send out a message, like, something like DM, something like, you put up a content that will lead to, like, client to maybe say, if you want me to reach out to you, just DM me, or if you want to learn more, just type learn more and all of that. These are type of lead magnets that will make the client to know and to discover, to kill that curiosity. Now, explanatory videos also is another powerful way to also, douse that tension of curiosity, because when you explain it in a short video and client can like walk them through the process or what you are trying to explain to them, it makes them to be much more comfortable to listen to you, to learn more. And of course, case study. Use case study. Like, tell a story. Like, I'm going to share an example of one of my clients that failed to do this, and this is what happened to them, right? Now, information gathering. Prospects prefer education over sales pitches. As a sales agent, right, your goal is to educate. Ensure you give them valued education. Not all the time you are going to close, but when you give valuable content, I promise you, clients feel it. If they don't want to buy, they will refer people to you because you have given them quality information. And I've seen a lot of agents, like, when they present, they give quality information and the client be like, no, they're angry, or they are like, they start showing attitude. It's not like that. You are not there to sell. Yours is to educate. Let them decide. And I do say this, right? You cannot close all the deals. You can't close all the deals. Sometimes you close, sometimes you don't close. So, but what is important is give quality education, valued education. So they understand, they feel it, and they will be like, if they see anybody who is looking to do what you're trying to show them, they will refer them to you. Now, engagement strategies. Be a guide, not a salesperson. Offer values without obligations. Now, this is something that I also want to encourage you to do. Okay, just give values without content, like sharing your knowledge on webinar. Just do a free webinar. Let them come and learn. trust me, they will come back. If they have value for what you show them, they will come back, right? Offer, address key questions. If they ask question, make sure you address the main question. Don't beat around the bush, right? The question, any question, be straight and direct, so that you don't just waste their time, right? Provide clear next step, guide them on what they need to do next. All right. Number 3, phase 2, trust. Everybody type trust. Trust. Now, people don't buy what you do, they buy why you do it. Simon Sinek. Now, this is what you should know as a salesperson, right? Look at this very good quote, right? They don't buy what you do, they buy why you do it. And this is about passion. Many people are in a business because they want to make money, and clients can feel that. The moment they don't see that passion and they feel like, oh, this person is just after my money, client can feel that, and they are not going to buy from you. That's it. So you must gain their trust. How? Credibility building. Establish yourself as a trusted advisor through testimonials, credentials, and consistent messaging that showcase your expertise. See, testimonials, client testimonial is very, very powerful tools. Credentials, if you acquire new, if you go for webinar, you attend training, please post it on your handles, on your Instagram handle, on your Facebook, on your LinkedIn, please, because why? They want to make sure that they are dealing with somebody who is updated and on top of his job. Consistent messaging that showcase your expert, you need to post every time, and this message must showcase your skill set, right? Because everybody wants to deal with specialists. 2, authority signal. Demonstrate reliability with relevant case studies and your impressive 92% client retention rate. Now, you must demonstrate reliability with relevant case study, and you must show client retention. You must demonstrate how you've been helping client and how client, can refer them. You can put yourself in such a way that you make your client to be your mouthpiece. They will be the one to sing your praises every time, like, oh, if you need mortgage, please go to so person. You need good house, go to so person. You understand the market. In fact, 92% of clients, they always want to come back, right? Nobody wants to go and deal with somebody who cannot retain a client, right? And it is easier, cheaper to maintain an existing client than for you to start looking for new one. Relationship development. Build trust through consistent micro interaction using a 3-touch system. Number 1, personalized emails, value content, and solution focused consultation. You must make sure that you do these 3 things. Send a personalized message to them, right? Because when you personalize, it makes them to feel that, oh, I am very important. Don't just go and copy and paste an email that you send to another person and you don't check very well, you just send it. And the client will be like, oh, you just, and that is where they will know, right? Just little pay attention to details. Like, oh, so this is the person I want to be my advisor. No, I can't, right? Make sure you focus on this. It's very, very key when it comes to trust. Like I said, trust in sales is very, very important. Nobody wants to buy from somebody they don't trust. If you agree, say I agree. You cannot buy from stranger, right? You can't buy from stranger. So anybody who is not credible, who is not trustworthy, you don't want to deal with that person. Now, number 4, emotional trigger. Emotional trigger. Type emotional. Everybody type emotional trigger. Emotional triggers from the true decision points in the buyer's journey, where feelings of security, peace of mind, and freedom create. These feel right, moment that drives action. This is when their emotions drive action. This is important aspect of buyer's journey. Very, very key. Emotional triggers. These are some of the things that you're going to look here, right? So now they will now begin to like look at it. Oh, this feels right for me. I think if I do this, this is the best decision I will ever make today. I need to do this. It's because of, you have said so many things, you have related to so many stories, you have shared, case studies of people who fail to take action, people that take actions, and you show them the consequences of not taking that actions. People that take action, you've shown them the result of that. So at this moment, they feel sober and they want to take actions. And there must be trigger. That emotion must be triggered before they do that. Security, protection from harm. Now, I'm going to use life insurance as an example, right? If you have life insurance, it's a security for what? For your family. It's as simple as ABC. Because what we are trying to do is that if anything happened to me, my family is secure. I mean, who doesn't want to care for his or her family? Except even if that person is wicked, you will still want to, right? That is when they will now begin to say, look, I need to do something very, very important. Peace of mind, relief from worry. Now, I'm still going to use life insurance as an example. Now, at this moment, if anything happened, my mortgage is settled, right? My children's education is settled. My debt is settled. Everything is okay. I don't need to worry about anything. And it's a peace of mind for them. It's a peace of mind for them. Freedom, path to possibility. Path to possibility. This is when a client feel low. This is a legacy for my family. My generations unborn can never suffer at this moment. If I take these actions today, my generations unborn will not suffer. I want you to understand all these phases, because why? If you understand all this buyer's journey, it makes your job much easier. It's just like you are driving and you have a GPS that is guiding you, right? And I want you to please take note of all this, right? Jot all these things down. When you want to, do your next sales, apply all these stages. I promise you, you can't miss it. You're gonna get it. The most important thing in sales is the strategies, the tactics. Many people are selling, they don't understand the strategies, they're just selling, right? And I've said it earlier, right? It's just out of passion. I met someone who said, look, I just want to register because I need money at this time. I just need to make money now. And I asked, do you have passion for it? He said, no, I don't believe in this. I said, no, I'm sorry, I can't register you. It's not possible. Why would I register you? Because you just want to make money. So at the end of the day, it's going to be counterproductive. So these are the things that clients want to feel. Phase 5, action. Everybody type action. The action phase is when prospects commit to their decision, right? Requiring it to minimize obstacles and provide a clear path forward. Now, let's decision make, let's do it. So this is when a client decides to say, look, yeah, let's get started. I'm ready to do this. But before they now take that action, look at this, right? You must provide a clear path forward. What do they need to do? Too much of analysis paralyze the client. A lot of us, we don't close because we analyze, and at the end of the day, we paralyze the client. Client is confused. They don't even know what to do. They don't even know whether to take actions or not. If you agree, say I agree. They don't know. They just analyze and analyze and analyze and analyze. I talk, you talk, you talk, you talk, to the extent that the client does not even know when to take action. So you must understand these. This is an important stage in buyer's journey. Okay, you must know where the client will need to take action. This is the summary. Let's do it. You need to be very, very precise, right? At this moment, we need to set, we need to move to the next step, right? We need to set up this plan. We need to close this deal. We need to do this, right? So reduce friction, minimize decision fatigue. Now, don't give too much, right? Don't do much of the analysis, like, too much information. When you give too much information, clients is confused. They don't know where to start. They don't know what to do. Be precise, be concise, be clear enough. Show them the path, right? This is what we need to do. Be clear and be concise about whatever you want to do. Let them know what to do. Okay, now we need to fill an application. Let them know. Don't put them in the dark. Show them, because what you are doing when you are in a sales, you are guiding them to take action. So, and whatever you do, if you don't get to this, if you don't manage this place very well, all the things you've been doing, all the journey that you started from identification of the problem, right? You just miss the sales, especially the high ticket sales. So we're talking about high ticket sales here because it's very, very key to understand what to say at every stage. Reduce. Now, clear next step, one obvious action. Please, just one thing you want to do here. One thing. Clear. Let's get started. That's one thing that you want to do. Whatever you are doing at this time, we need to close this deal. We need to submit this application, and make sure that you have it makes make sure you have a clear, easy way of completing the deal. Some of us, our system, the process is too cumbersome, and the client struggle, and they be like, no, I can't do this. I think we have to reschedule this. Everything, you must perfect everything before the client decide. Phase 6, justification. Everybody type justification. Justification. After emotional decisions are made, buyers seek logical validation. This phase provides rational support for their choice through data, comparisons, and clear follow-up. This is when they now begin to justify it. How many of us have been, you want to buy something, right? You now begin to say, no, do I need to buy this thing at this time? I don't think I need to. But if you agree, say I agree. Like you are questioning your decision. Like, so, but it's actually a stage. If you miss any of those stages, or you fail to treat any of those buyers' journey very well, when it gets to the time they want to justify it, they might say, look, this is not at this moment. No, things are very tough right now. No, I need to settle some finance. I need to do this. Because why? Where you're supposed to trigger their emotions, you fail to do that, right? And when they get to this place, they'll be like, this is not the right time. The reason why a client will buy something is because there's a clear justification for what they want to put their money on. I told somebody today, like, client doesn't have any, they don't have problem with price. It is value, right? And the only way to add values to that sales is to first add value to your life, right? You must display that skills to ensure that they see the reasons why they must take that action. Now, that's what I'm saying. Oh, this really makes sense for me and my family. No, this house, really, this is something that my family will love to. No, my family will love this type of this type of house. This really good for me and my children. My wife will really love this. Okay. Number support, right? Provide measurable benefit. Begin to tell them the reasons why they need to do it. Okay, if you do this, okay, this is the benefit. It has cash values, it has critical illness, it has, in case life happen, your family is well secured. If you're sick, you have enough money to take care of yourself. If there is disability, you have enough money to take care of yourself. If your mortgage, like, if if life happen, right, this is the legacy for your family. I mean, right, begin to list those benefits to them so that they can see, they can justify it, right? Show value versus alternative. Instead of you to show them different types of options, see, client cannot buy two things at the same time. And this is more reasons why a lot of us lose high ticket sales, like because you are showing so many alternative, and the client be like, the client does not really care about the alternative, is value. If you agree, say I agree. So every type value, it's value, right? What they want to see is, what is in need for me if I purchase this thing, right? As opposed to if I didn't purchase this. Okay. And they don't have problem with price. Trust me. They have money. They can pay. But you must show value. Now, follow up. Email summaries of value points. Once you finish the meeting, especially those meetings that you didn't close, please summarize all the things that you discussed, right? Send it to them. Thank you so much for joining. These are the things that we discussed today. I will appreciate. This is we can have another meeting just for the follow up. Thank you. And you just make sure you do that. It makes you to be professional. It makes you to, they look at you that it's not about the sales. Like, you don't close the sale does not mean that you don't still want to, like, you don't want to do what you want to do. Some clients still want to test you. They probably want to say, okay, I will even wait. Maybe he will now send me a follow-up email. Maybe he will even call me after the maybe after some times and all of that. How many of us have seen that client before, right? Once you call and say, I'm actually waiting for a call. I thought you are not going to call me, right? I mean, if you agree, say I agree. We have seen that in many cases. I've seen that in many cases. They will say, client say, look, thank you so much for calling back. Oh, I'm already planning to go elsewhere, right? So now let's apply buyer's journey to life insurance. So we're going to look at it, different sales strategies. So let's look at life insurance right now. Life insurance says follow the buyer's journeys by addressing awareness of needs, triggering emotional connections to the family security, and providing logical justifications through financial benefits. So it actually starts with the awareness. Do you know the cause of inaction? Do you know the cause of not having a life insurance for your family? Do you know the cause of not having a critical illness? Do you know the cause of not having a disability? Do you know the cause of loss of income? Let them know. And see, tell a story. Don't show statistics. Well, 1 out of 2 will have critical illness. They know that one is common. Everybody knows that. But share a story of somebody who failed to have a critical illness, and just 1 month, 2 months of that illness to wipe out their savings. Show them a family that failed to have a life insurance. Life happened to them. They lose everything. Family start struggling financially. That is what they want to know. Emotion, your family peace of mind is priceless. Let them know. Look, you might think that this is for you. It is your family, right? Think about when you're gone, right? It's not about you. It is your family. And if you think that it's not important, think about the priceless, what you are paying today. The peace of mind is priceless. A lot of us, we have many a times, especially where I came from, we don't really have that. Let me not say believe. The awareness and the education is not there when it comes to protection. And that's why I'll usually do this. What we do is more than just, it's more than selling. It's a calling. Because imagine you have a family, life happened to them, and you deliver a check, $1 million, $2 million, $500,000. How do you think that family will feel? Now, the pains of losing the loved one is there, but what about the financial consequences of the things that the breadwinner is supposed to do, and is no more there, but they have something, they have money. Think about that. And that's why it's a calling. So sometimes when you are rejected, don't feel bad. It's not about you. I've said it on several occasions. Like, a lot of us, the number one reasons why many people don't want to go into this business is rejection. We always fear that. But if you know that it's not about you, because it doesn't really change anything in your life, that a client reject you does not mean that that's the end of the life, right? It doesn't stop you from eating. It doesn't change your name. So, but if you look at the number of family out there that they don't have protection, if you know how many people retire in this country today without enough retirement income, if you know how many people have critical illness and they don't have critical illness and they don't have critical illness insurance, they understand that this is a calling, right? It's beyond commission. So guys, let us be very passionate about what we do. It's very, very key. Now, justification, the plan grow tax free and protect income. Now you let them know, look, it's not about debt, right? You can actually use this to supplement your retirement income, right? This is how you can also apply into life insurance. Let's look at the real estate. Real estate sales leverage market timing, awareness, emotional connection to dreams, homes, and logical justification through value metrics to guide buyers through their journey. Awareness, fear of missing out on market timing. This is one thing that is really common in real estate market. If you agree, say I agree. Many a times, the decision to buy a house is usually based on the timing of the market. A lot of people wait, they time the market, and we have a very good agent that will predict, say, look, this is the best time for you to buy. Lock in the price now, lock in the rate, right? Dream home safe neighborhood. This neighborhood, you can check, no crime, very close to subway, close to highway, close to so many shopping complex and all of that. These are the things they want to know, because they want to feel safe. Like, I have family, right? I want to have a neighborhood that I will save even if I'm not around. I've stayed in a place where, my God, anytime I'm going, I'm always praying that if I come back, because we have a lot of people there that are really like, their lifestyle does not really, in line with my own, my goal, my lifestyle. And it's really a very big concern for me and my family. Justification, price history, mortgage approval, value growth. You need to let them know. Look at the price in this area. This is GTA. Look at the price history, right? If you fail to take action right now, if you come back next month, you might not get this price again. Lock in right now. This is how we can apply this to the mortgage industry. Let's look at the real estate. Let's apply this in mortgage sales. Mortgage sales follow the buyer's journey by creating awareness through rate trends, triggering emotional security needs, and providing logical justification through comparative data. Now, so for those of you who are selling mortgage, right? What you are selling is numbers, right? Historical projections. Like, look at the rates in 2020. This is the rate in 2020. 10 years after, this is the rate, right? Now, compared to this, right? This is a very good time for you to lock in the rate, right? And compared to what is happening in the market, ours is 5.5. If you go to the market right now, if you go to other banks, right, probably see about maybe 5.7, 6 point something, right? I'm giving you the best rate right now. Awareness. Rising rate creates urgency. Now, if you let them know, right? The Bank of Canada is going to increase interest rate probably next month. It's better you lock in right now. Because why? You are a professional. So you can actually, based on your experience, based on your expertise, you can tell them that, look, this is what is going to happen in few months. Sometimes you might not really get it 100%, but very, very close. But you need to compare data. They want to see data like, this is the rate now, or this is the rate I'm giving to you. This is what is applicable in the market. Emotion, lock in the peace of mind now. See, let's close this deals right now. Okay, time can change tomorrow. Okay, amortization chart, lender comparison. Show them different lenders. Okay, this is RBC rate. This is Scotiabank rate. This is TD rate. This is our rate. You can see that this our own art, like this is much more better compared to what is happening in the market. You should be able to compare that, and that's what the client wants to see, right? Apply this in coaching sales. Coaching sales follow the buyer's journey by addressing client pain point, connecting emotionally to growth aspirations, and provide logical support through proven frameworks and success story. Now, you want to take a client from point A to point B, right? You should begin to show them, right? There must be a problem. Client must have a certain, there must be awareness. Like, I'm stuck. Like, I'm working 2, 3 jobs. Like, I have a lot of debt. Like, my skills, I have skill, but I don't know how to, explore or annex my skill. That must be there. Okay. Now, vision for growth or freedom. Now, if I handle you in the next 6 months, you should get this result. Right? You are working 2, 3 jobs right now. Don't worry. I can assure you, by the time I work with you 6 months from now, you should begin to make 6 figures. You should begin to make, thousands of dollars and all of that. Quit your 2, 3 jobs and have that financial freedom. Framework, testimonials, programs outline. Now, you should be able to show them, okay, I've trained this person. This person joined my coaching at the end of 6 months, at the end of 1 year. This is the result. And, this is the program outline. Not only when after the coaching, there's support, right? There's support system. We have online classes. We have community that will support you. They can engage with you, and they can also, help you to grow, right? Now, emotional words that triggers action. Specific word choices in sales messaging activate emotional responses that drive purchases decision through security, values, and relief triggers. Security of secure, protect, guarantee. This is one of the very powerful words that we use in life insurance business. Like, secure your life right now, protect what matter. This guarantee your financial freedom. I mean, see, you should be able to use all these words in a very simple, clear terms, because once you start blabbing or you're freaking out, client can feel that. I will say, no, this is not a professional. I don't think I can do it with this person. Right? Legacy word. Legacy unlock freedom. Imagine this, your families and your generations unborn can never. This is what generational wealth. Do it for them. Relief word. Relief, ease, and peace of mind. This actually relieve you. Imagine you put this in place. Anything happens to you, this can relieve you, at least to pay your mortgage. Right? The ease of debt, peace of mind for your family, peace of mind for yourself. Very, very key. Tools that influence subconscious. For psychological tools, drive sales. Storytelling creates emotional connections. Visuals showcase outcome. Repetitions reinforce key messagings, and social proof build credibility. Storytelling, very, very key. See, if you are in a sales, like, storytelling is one of the very powerful ways to close. I love it. I really love it. So I want you, please, to implement that in your next sales closing, especially for high ticket closing. Outcome visualization. Begin to visualize yourself. If I do this in the next 6 months from now, my family, this is what is going to happen to my family, even if I leave this world. If I buy this house, oh, this is the type of neighborhood I'll be living. If I lock in the rates right now, this will save me this out X amount of money. Repetition, consistent messaging. Many times, right? You can most time you don't close at one, like you meet a client just once like that. So, but you must cultivate the power of repetition, 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 repetition. And lastly, social proof. Everybody type social proof. You must have a social proof. Show client testimonial, Google review, showcase that, because why? Clients want to feel safe. They want to know what you have been doing, how many people you've helped, right? How they can also, tap into that. And mistakes to avoid. Number one, leading with logic, right? Ignore emotional decision making. If you lead with logic, you ignore emotional message. Ignore emotion, miss real decision trigger. If you ignore emotion, you miss the real decision trigger. Too many options create decision paralysis. If you analyze too much, you paralyze the client. Stop doing that in your next sales, please. Missing trust peak, right? Fails to ask when ready. When a client is ready to take action, right? Let's get started. Pause for 3 seconds and let the client close himself or herself, right? Now, use anchoring and contrast. Present your premium options first to set expectations high, then introduce your actual offer to make it appear more valuable through strategic contrast. Present premium solution first, introduce your next offers and feel savers and smarter. Now, final reminder, emotional, they remember how you made them feel, okay? And trust plus emotion is equal decisions. Justification preserves the sales. Justification preserve the skills. Thank you so much for listening. I'm just going to stop. And this is this QR code. It's not just many people have attend webinars, but they fail to take action. So don't get stuck. If you are confused and you don't know what to do, right? This is my QR code. You can scan it, book one-on-one, please call with me. I'm ready to walk you through on how you can discover yourself, how you can take your high ticket closing to the next level. And I'm very excited to help. Thank you so much. If you have any question, let me know. You can put it in the chat box. Any question? Any question? Any question? All right. All right. Any question, please? If you need help, if you want more coaching, or you are stuck, or you want to learn more about strategies to close high ticket offer, you can just scan my QR code. Let's talk. I'm ready to guide you and help you through on your next closing. If you get value today, please type value before we go. If you get value today, please type value. Type value. Please, come on, type value. If you get value today, please type value. 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 Tomorrow, we're going to be talking, we're going to have another powerful presentation tomorrow on medical professionals. If you really want to specialize on high ticket offer, I want to specialize on medical professional, join me at the same time tomorrow. I will be sharing another important topic on that has to do with medical professionals. So one thing I realized in this business is that you can't serve everybody. And if you don't have a niche, right? If you don't have a niche, you cannot scale. So please start thinking of your niche now. And if you're confused, if you want to know how to do that, please book a call with me. I'm ready to walk you through. Once again, I want to thank everybody for joining. Tomorrow is another day. Join me 8 p.m. while we're diving into another topic. See you again. Bye for now.